my name is Katie and I'm 30 years old. The biggest mistake that I have made is being dishonest with my friends and my family about just suffering and pain and suffering alone. You know, there was a big secret that I knew about and chose to move to a different state and chose to not tell anyone why I was moving or what was happening. And with that, I didn't give them the opportunity to pray with me, pray for me. You know, I fell away from my family, and I fell away from, most importantly, God. And I think that was the biggest mistake that I had made, was making the decision to walk away from Christ and the church. So by lying to my family, I suffered consequences of loneliness, just complete isolation. I didn't want to tell them what was going on, that I was feeling shame or that I was feeling guilt about the decisions that I was making. I mean, the ultimate consequences, a year later, I ended up in jail in a different state, and that's when my parents came to my rescue. And that's when I knew that God was coming to my rescue. You know, it was a powerful moment when I finally was honest with my family about the things that I was struggling with. In that verbal confession that I had been dishonest, there was a weight that was just lifted off of my shoulders. And I knew that I fully was ready to surrender to the dishonesty and take that step to creating a better life for myself. But I couldn't take that step without, first and foremost, Jesus. And, you know, I'm thankful that my parents were there with loving arms when I was ready to get honest. So the ultimate thing that I learned through that is what the gift of grace is. The gift of grace is being treated or given something in which you don't deserve. And in that moment when I got honest with my parents, I had a gift of grace. They weren't upset with me. They weren't angry with me. They just wanted to help me. And that's when I realized that the gift of grace that ultimately comes from God had been given to me through my parents in that moment. And that is what drew me closer every day since, to want to be closer to Jesus. And, you know, He will not leave you or forsake you, and to stand firm. And that's what my parents upheld for me and what they did for me that day. And, you know, they kind of showed me that gift of grace in real life. So through the experiences and life lessons, I think the greatest thing that I can do is look back and see all of the times that God has brought me through, and know that I'm human. Life, on life's terms, doesn't always mean that I'm gonna feel good, but I can do things in a way that gives my life purpose, by being honest and by being authentic, by being true to myself and true to God's word. You know, we're all gonna make mistakes. We're human. The greatest gift that I've been given is grace. And on a daily basis, I have to remember that this is not about me. It's about the experiences that I have and the lessons that I learn and the advice that I can give to others. My name's Katie, and thanks for hearing my story on No Gray Areas.